Today we'll be looking at part 2 of the evolution of the Suzuki Katana. We'll start the story right at the beginning. Back in 1979, Suzuki tasked Hans Muth, who was the ex-chief designer for BMW and at the time part of a 3-man German design team working at Target Design. And they were tasked to produce Suzuki a new motorcycle. Target's design philosophy was keeping components compact and tight-fitting, and this was to keep the weight of the motorcycle low, number of components low, as well as keep production costs as low as possible. The bike was designed by Target between 1979 and 1980, was launched in 1981, produced all the way to 2006. The bike was called a Katana. Katana is the Japanese word for samurai warrior sword, single-edged curved blade. The samurai warrior also used it as a ceremonial sword. Right, during the lifespan of the Katana, it was produced in various engine sizes, 550cc, 650, 750, but the true monster was the 1100. And the 1100 became one of the most iconic Japanese bikes of the 20th century. And what we have here in front of us is something really, really special because it is first registered 1981, first batch produced off the VIN number. We can see bike number 401 produced. Its full designation is Suzuki GSX 1100S Katana, and the bike is original right down to the patina. The only thing that is non-standard on this motorcycle would be the 4x1 performance Cowley exhaust. When this Katana 1100 hit the roads back in 1981, it was a bike of many firsts. It was claimed at the time to be the fastest mass-produced road bike in the world. It was also the first naked superbike. It was the first bike with clip-on handlebars. It was the first motorcycle with standard anti-dive front forks, as tested on the Suzuki GP bikes. It also came standard with very hairy race cams, which put out 111 horsepower, which was unheard of back in 1981. Let's have a look at this gem's features in more detail. Very unique to the 1100 is the two-tone seat. Traditional to the 80s motorcycle is a double rear shock. The rear rim is a 17-inch mag wheel. As mentioned before, the 4x1 performance Cowley exhaust. Over here you have the Katana logo with the Katana blade through it. Iconic red Suzuki lettering on the silver paint. 5-speed gearbox, 4 carburation, 1100cc motorcycle. Moving to the front. The front rim is a 19-inch, unlike the 17-inch rear wheel. And as mentioned, very unique and first production bike with an anti-dive front fork. As standard, on top we have the clip-on handlebars, tiny fly screen, and a very compact analog speedometer as well as rev counter. The team at Target drew their inspiration for this design from the silhouette of the shark, right down to these, which they refer to as the shark fins. And the prototype bike spent many hours in the wind tunnel refining its shape. The final design departed so far from traditional motorcycle design, looked so futuristic and looked like it came out of the Star Wars movies rather than a motorcycle, which made the experts and journalists fear that this bike wouldn't appeal to the masses. However, after the tremendous sales success the Katana enjoyed, it proved that the Katana was of things to come. It also proved that the Japanese could bridge the gap between harsh Italian sportsters and bland Oriental fours. The Katana was proof that the Japanese could produce something original, beautiful, and with serious performance. On a last note, this bike in front of me is a multiple Concours d'Elegance winner here in South Africa at rallies. And if you enjoyed this episode, remember to click like and subscribe, follow us, and see part 3 of the Katana evolution.
One.